More than a decade after Glee captivated audiences with its blend of high school drama, show-stopping performances, and boundary-pushing storylines, star Lea Michele is offering a candid look back at what really went on behind the scenes. In a recent interview, Michele reflected on the intense highs and devastating lows of filming the hit Fox series, and how those experiences left lasting scars on the cast. "We all really did go through something," Michele said, referring to the emotional and psychological toll of working on a show that became a cultural juggernaut almost overnight. "We were young, we were thrown into this massive spotlight, and suddenly everyone had opinions about us. Our performances, our personal lives, everything." For 6 seasons between 2009 and 2015, Glee wasn't just a show, it was a phenomenon. It launched its young cast to stardom, redefined musical television, and attracted both fierce devotion and sharp criticism. But while fans saw an energetic, joyful group of misfits belting out hits in harmony, things behind the scenes were often less than harmonious. "We didn't have the tools to handle the pressure," Michele admitted. "There was no playbook for what we were going through. And the tragedies we experienced just compounded everything." Michele is, of course, referencing the heartbreaking deaths of 2 cast members, Corey Monteith in 2013 and Naya Rivera in 2020. Monteith's death from a drug overdose was a shattering loss for the cast, particularly Michele, who had been dating him at the time. Rivera's accidental drowning 7 years later reopened emotional wounds that had never fully healed. "We lost people we loved. And we lost them in very public, very traumatic ways," Michele said. "It fractured us. There were misunderstandings, hurt feelings, people drifting apart. Not because we didn't care about each other, but because grief does strange things." Beyond the tragedies, there were also controversies. Several former cast members later came forward with claims of toxic on-set behavior. Michele herself faced backlash in 2020 after co-star Samantha Ware accused her of making the workplace a living hell. Michele publicly apologized, acknowledging her privilege and immaturity. Today, Michele says she's committed to growth and healing, and she believes many of her castmates are too. "I think we're all still processing, but there's also a sense of love and respect that remains. When I see my castmates now, there's a quiet understanding. No one else can truly understand what that experience was like, except us." As time passes, Michele hopes that the Glee legacy will be remembered not just for its glittering success, but also for the resilience of its cast. "We gave people something special, even when we were struggling behind the scenes. And that means something. I hope people can see that."